Hello and congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm Steve Beal, President of California College of the Arts, and it's my great honor and privilege to address this truly remarkable class. In a normal year, we'd be gathered together in person. I'd be speaking to you from our commencement stage, flanked by your proud faculty and members of the Board of Trustees, and surrounded by the pomp and circumstance befitting the most significant achievement of your academic careers. Today, though, I'm speaking to you from my home through a computer screen that has become an all too familiar companion to many of us. In a normal year, you'd walk across the stage dressed in traditional regalia, honoring the history and the dignity of this occasion. I would shake each of your hands. A photographer would capture the moment, and your parents, family, and friends in the audience would be beaming with pride and cheering your achievement, along with the faculty who have worked so closely with you throughout your time at CCA. Today, though, you're dispersed around the world, sheltering in place, perhaps with your loved ones, but maybe alone, waiting out the pandemic that has upended all of our lives. And be assured, our pride in your accomplishments is undiminished. In a normal year, we'd be toasting your talent as we admired your work installed in exhibitions across our campuses. We'd be wowed by your creativity, thrilled by your craft, and captivated by the ideas embedded in your practice. Today, our admiration is no less significant, even as we experience it virtually from wherever we are. Certainly, this is not a normal year, and the class of 2020 is not a typical class. It's unique. The word unique is overused, and I rarely say it, but here it's appropriate. You are unique. You've confronted more obstacles, you've experienced more grief, and you've faced more enormous challenges to the pursuit of your passions than any other class I can remember. And yet, here you are. You did it. In a time of worldwide crisis, you persevered, you accomplished what you've been working towards since the day you first arrived at CCA. You did this in the midst of a pandemic, a global event that will change the history of our world in ways we cannot yet comprehend. And you, through the distinct lens of your uncommon experience, now have the opportunity to help shape that world. As artists, designers, and architects, you can have a huge impact on what the post-pandemic world will look like. My hope and my belief is that you'll bring to this endeavor an approach that is strategic and creative, yes, but also one that encompasses empathy in a way it couldn't have previously. My hope is that as artists, writers, designers, architects, creative individuals, coming out of this shared experience, you will transform that world in a way that no other class could. It's a challenge for sure, but every challenge carries an opportunity, and I'm confident that in the future, we'll be able to tell amazing stories about the 2020 alumni and the roads that they've taken, roads that no other class could imagine and that might not have been there at all if you'd graduated in a normal year. I don't know what those roads are going to look like. None of us do. Everybody around the globe is affected by this pandemic, and we're going to be looking at the world differently when it's over. That's true for all of us. But you are poised to make a particular impact. You've earned your degrees in the midst of unimaginable disruption and sadness, and that accomplishment alone tells me that you have the skills, the fortitude, the creativity, and the ambition to go out and really begin to apply what you've experienced and what you've learned. The needs will be enormous, and you can show all of us a new way forward. This is what you trained for. You have the ability, the opportunity, and I would say the responsibility to make lasting, positive change within the communities in which you live and work. 113 years ago, CCA was born out of tragedy. Frederick Meyer, the college's founder, was a cabinet maker. His shop was destroyed in the great San Francisco earthquake and fire of 1906. In the midst of that crisis, he founded a school of arts and crafts based on a revolutionary approach to education and steeped in the values he believed would carry his community to a brighter, more just, and sustainable future. Those values have endured for more than a century to the moment in which we now find ourselves in the midst of another world-changing tragedy. I believe each of you came to CCA in part because you understood those values. You understood the power of connecting creative work to social, political, and economic life. You embraced the grit and the chaos of the world, and you're poised in ways none of us ever anticipated to use your skills, to use your passion and your education to make a difference in a shattered, yet still so beautiful world. You did this. You made it. Your teachers, the amazingly talented and committed CCA faculty, your families, your friends, and your peers were right there with you. Please join me and give them all a round of virtual applause. Your CCA community is a lifelong community. Keep us close. With the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of California, I confer upon you your degrees and invite you to enter into all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining. You have certainly earned them. On behalf of the faculty, the staff, the trustees, and more than 22,000 active alumni of California College of the Arts, I celebrate and commend your singular accomplishments. In a normal year, I'd now cede the stage to you and applaud with all my might as you step forward to commence the next chapter of your creative lives and careers. Today, I do the same. The stage and the future are yours. Congratulations to the CCA class of 2020.